2 months ago, a Reddit user came forward with a story about the day nature itself tried to kill them. Picture this: a hiking trail in the wilderness, a river rushing alongside, sunlight cutting through trees, the sound of water echoing through the valley. At first glance, it looks peaceful, even beautiful. The kind of place where people feel safe. The kind of place where you let your guard down. But behind that beauty, rivers carry something darker, something merciless, a force that doesn't forgive mistakes. And in just one step, this hiker's entire world was swallowed whole. It was an ordinary day. A group of friends, boots crunching against gravel, backpacks filled with snacks and gear. The hiker walked close to the river, listening to the roar of white water. They weren't afraid. In fact, they were confident. They were a strong swimmer, someone who never feared water. They thought, if the worst ever happened, they could handle it. But rivers don't care how strong you are. Rivers take. One moment they were steady on the trail. The next, their boot slipped on loose rock. It happened so fast. Gravity pulled, balance vanished, and before they could grab hold of anything, they were gone. Their body hit the water with a violent splash, and just like that, the current took them. The first seconds were disorienting, cold, sudden, crushing. But then came chaos. They weren't swimming, they weren't moving. They were being thrown around like a rag doll. The current slammed them into rocks. Every impact sent shocks of pain through their body. The world was a blur of white foam and jagged stone. They opened their eyes and saw nothing but water, no sky, no surface, no way to tell which direction meant air. It was like being trapped in a washing machine built by nature itself. For the first time in their life, they thought, "This is it. I'm going to die here." They tried to swim, but the river didn't let them. Every attempt at control was stripped away. Their chest screamed for air, their lungs burned, and every time they thought they might reach the surface, the river dragged them down again. Panic set in, the kind that makes your heart beat louder than the roar of the water itself. And in that panic, one chilling realization echoed in their mind. I'm not strong enough for this. But then, fate shifted. The current spat them out, tossing their body into a swirling, calm pocket of water, a small eddy near the shore. Their head broke the surface. Gasping, choking, coughing, they clawed their way to the bank. Their fingernails dug into mud, into stone, anything solid. Their body trembled violently. Alive. Barely, but alive. Across the river, the hiking group had seen everything. They had sprinted down the trail, keeping pace with the current, helplessly watching as their friend was dragged away. Now, they stood on the opposite bank, faces pale, yelling across the roar of the river. Relief washed over them. Their friend wasn't gone. Not yet. But the nightmare wasn't over. When the hiker looked downstream, their heart froze. Just 50 feet ahead, the river didn't continue peacefully. It dropped. A waterfall, not a small one, not a safe one, but a monster, nearly 100 feet tall, roaring like the mouth of hell itself. If the river hadn't spat them out when it did, their body would have been carried straight over the edge. One more minute in that current, and there would have been no escape, no survival, no story to tell. Lying on the bank, drenched, bruised, and shaking, the hiker understood something that day. They had always believed strength made them safe. That skill, confidence, and bravery could keep them alive. But nature doesn't play fair. It doesn't negotiate, it doesn't care. The river could have taken them in an instant, and it nearly did. In their own words, "I got very lucky that day, but luck runs out, and rivers never stop."